What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into my series, No Sleep, where I get to talk to other creators about the hustle, the struggle, and the success behind their passions and what they love to do. Today, I have with me the one, the only, Lionel M. Macauley.
Ooh,
I'm your host, Lani Lux, and let's get to it.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Get up. Wake up. Play the guitar. Play the guitar. Record the song. Play the guitars. No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. Get up. Get up. Get up. No sleep.
This your time.
Let's get it.
Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, my name is Lionel M. Macauley, and I'm an actor, dancer, spoken word artist, and an aspiring producer.
So, we go way back
Yeah.
since high school.
Yes.
But I had no idea that you had a passion with acting, so tell me more about that.
The passion with acting actually started in 2008
Okay.
when I randomly got this drama class on my schedule my junior year, like September '08, and I was like, drama? I'm like, ugh. So, I just rocked with it because it was an elective. I was like, okay, it's a time for me to rest, I guess. So it started off with just me going there and I'm just like making people laugh. And like, that was cool. Like everybody wants to make somebody laugh, like when they're laughing with you, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And after a while, it just turned into laughter to me, like going there to like spaz out.
Oh.
And then it turned into me like going there to vent. Then I got comfortable. And then I realized that I wasn't missing any of these classes. So it was like, yo, and then I had a Miss Little, if you're from Franklin, self-explanatory.
Shout out, Miss Little.
Yeah, one of the greatest. She put me on. She gave me my start. She allowed me to crawl in this game first before I was able to do whatever I'm doing today. So yeah, I got into it just by just taking a leap of faith and just actually enjoying what I found.
Right.
And that process and how it like elevated brought me to it being my passion.
Now, when you say you randomly got into this elective, did you like randomly pick it? You were like, I need one more class, or did they like just put you in that class?
I had put the choice. I think I remember I put the choice or something like that.
You
but
had
like,
no intentions of this
I
turning
did not
into
had
anything.
no
Okay.
intentions of drama.
Wow.
Like of course I love movies and I love stuff like that. Like, but nothing like me actually bringing a character to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing that on my schedule was probably like the beginning of everything.
Okay, because I know like in high school you were a football player. That's what you did
Yes.
too, right? Okay, so that's crazy. So you're athletic, you act. Weren't you in the cabaret? Like, did you sing? Cause I remember I was in choir. See?
Together.
Yes, he knew.
Yo, he was in there.
Yo, you were in the same one?
Yes, when
Whoa,
I
that's
sang.
so crazy.
I sang "Where Is Love" by Oliver from Oliver.
And how the
Oliver.
hell, like how, like what made you do that? What made you sign up for the cabaret?
Well,
Shout out to Mr. Monica and Mr. Walton. yo.
Shout outs to y'all for sure. y'all are one of the greatest.
Hey.
And y'all gave me a chance when I had no experience. But besides the point, honestly, how I got into, it wasn't really singing. It was more so just adding another craft to
I
the
like
package.
that.
Like,
Okay.
all right, now I can call myself a triple threat because obviously I dance.
Facts, yeah.
I'm acting now, so it's like, you know what? Let's see if this will work out. You know what I mean? I have a big voice. Let's see how we can like work it out. At the time, I was going out with Dante, and she actually put me on to that whole community. She actually like was like, yo, just go for it. Take this musical theater class. And I took the class, and Mr. Walton literally just, put me right where I needed to be. They were patient with me. They actually understood that I wasn't experienced at all, but they seen that I showed up every day. And, I auditioned for the,
You
I don't know,
weren't scared
I
at all?
still don't know how they picked me for that cabaret. I had a great audition though, but I had a terrible performance in my opinion. But yeah, so that's how I got into that. Like, and I guess it worked out in the long run just to have that experience,
You really have people in your life to show you all these different life experiences.
Right.
Like, would you have ever auditioned for that if it weren't for Dante? If she wasn't in your
Right.
life at this certain time? Like,
Correct.
it's so crazy to think about.
Not at all. Probably would have just been focused on football and acting. I would have even crossed my mind. I would have found another elective to just BS 52 minutes with.
And then the dancing aspect of it. Tell me more about that too, Team Franklin.
Yeah. Well, dancing in general, I would have been dancing all my life. That was just natural. That was just even from.
I wish that was natural for me.
we all suck at something. I suck at a lot of things, but we all find natural talents. And it really started off with my father, who used to be a DJ, a big DJ in the Central Jersey area, which a lot of people don't know.
Wow.
And he actually, like, it was like every Saturday morning in any Caribbean household, any foreign household, or any household, a person of color. All jokes aside, though, is that it's like National Cleaning Day. So it's like you gotta clean on Saturday, especially if you want to go to a party that night.
Yeah, that's so
you better
true.
clean that
Yeah,
crib. If you don't, then you're not going nowhere. So it really came down to the music that my dad played that Saturday morning, which determined if he was in a good mood or not. You know, if he didn't play music, obviously it's a dub for everything. But if he's playing some music, usually he's in a good mood. The sun's shining. He probably just got paid, whatever the case is. So like that allowed me to dance. Now allow me to really, really just, dance to the African music way before the Afro beats got popular, just so y'all know. But yeah, as far as Team Franklin, to make it a long story short, I left Del Valle University back in 2010, came back, I needed the entertainment to keep going, and like I had these group of friends, Ron was around the way, we was able to record ourselves dancing by Ron having the camera, so it just formed into a big collective, and it turned out to be Team Franklin, and it really worked out for us, and we all sprouted out and continued to do our own thing, and we're all so cool and productive today.
Yeah, and speaking of Diggity, you guys still do things besides dance. Now you guys actually work together and shoot together. Tell me how that experience has been like for you.
I'm very, very grateful because he has so much experience from the Art Institute of Philadelphia to NYU to him just owning his own production for Ron Downs Films and Ron Productions, Where's Diggity, everything, and just being able to experiment with him, like we don't just link up, just like, yo, this is what we're shooting today. Like, yo, let's just test something out. Like, all right, yo, let's see how this is gonna look in the woods. Let's throw on this clown mask real quick and just get right.
I remember that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And like working with him today, it definitely helped, as far as from the bid to Team Franklin, just being able to be in front of the camera and being able to take, it's almost like a quarterback and a coach. It's like, yeah, like how we have so much chemistry. Like, all right, I'm gonna put you in this position because I know this is your strengths, and I know I can challenge you here because I know this is probably your weaker areas, but I'm gonna put you in a position to be the best or like be great on the screen. And not a lot of actors have that connection with an artist, of the camera, what I like to call it.
And that's something I wish I had. I've talked about this with him too. Like, I really wish, like, 3-4 years back, I had somebody that I could have as my sidekick. Like, yo, let's just make music right quick and just bang this shit out instead of, partying all the time. And I feel like that's my struggle as an artist, is really trying to catch up and try to grind. You know what I'm saying? So like, how is that for you in terms of where you are right now? Like, are you very focused and you're like honed in on this one craft that you're doing, or are you trying to find a balance with that and like your personal life and your social life?
The grind is always like, it's a marathon. I'm in an industry where it takes years to be where you want to be, where you think you need to be, or to even get paid what you want to get paid.
Oh, definitely.
But just being able to not have to ask permission to grind is what's better than having something to do, if that makes sense. Like, all right, word, they got this cast and this cast, and I can just shoot this monologue video right now in my freaking bathroom because I can get right. But as far as balancing that with social life and family life, obviously I have African parents. The tradition in the African household, not at least in my household, I can speak for my household, arts isn't the main option. It's secondary. It's like an elective. Doctor, lawyer, businessman, college degree. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Get a college degree. And how is it gonna make you money right now? What are you gonna do right now? You're not thinking about the longevity of it. Anything that's gonna last forever is not gonna happen overnight. And being able to balance, I had to go against the grain and not listen to my parents when it came to that. When it came to like what I wanted to do with my life. And It wasn't easy at first, but me just continuing to grind and understanding what's more important to me and what's making me happy was the difference in everything. And now they can't even open their mouth to tell me what to do with my career, but they definitely support me all the way 100%.
See, I fuck with that because I go through the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know much about African culture, but for Asian culture, it's the same thing.
Right.
You know, like
Okay.
I was very lost. After high school, I didn't know what to do because my parents were like, you got to do this, you got to be practical. Like,
Oh,
I came
man.
from a third world country. Like, I sacrificed
Right.
for you, so now you got to sacrifice for me.
Absolutely.
Went to college, did the same shit, and I'm like, yo, I'm not happy. Like, this isn't what I want to do. So then
Right.
I started working on music, and then it was the same situation. They weren't really accepting of it at first, but then once they started seeing that I was actually doing something with my life in terms of music, I was actually going out and putting in the work,
Right.
they really had nothing to say about it except, you know, I support you, this and that. Like sometimes I'll see my parents share my music on Facebook, and I don't even follow my
Goodness,
dad.
That's amazing.
I don't follow my father on Facebook, but I go to his profile and I see that he's followed, you know, I mean, he shared a music video that I just put out, and I'm just
It's
like,
why do we have to bring you results every time?
That's the
Why
thing.
can't we just, why can't you just trust us? Yes, we're kids and we're gonna make our own mistakes. We're your children, so we're gonna make mistakes. You just want the best for us, but why can't we just make our own mistakes and just let us grow from it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to bring results for you guys to believe in us? You know what I mean? And that's not all parents. I'm just speaking from my
your
parents. You know, like
experience,
from my experience. And I'm very, very grateful for my parents because, like, no matter what, they always made sure I was never homeless and I was never hungry.
That's the
you know
thing.
what I mean? So I'm forever grateful and thankful and blessed for them for that. You know, but when it comes to my career, they know specifically. You know, when they seen that they can't control me when it comes to that, it's like I'm gonna do it no matter what. You know, all they can do is just, when they see me going overseas and they see me doing everything I'm doing now, they're like, oh wow, all we gotta do is pray for you. You know, and it's like, you know, they come into this country and they sacrifice so much
Right.
coming into this country. And it's like me being an American citizen, it's like, damn, like you have all the opportunities. You're a citizen. You can do whatever you want to do. You can da da da. And you want to dance, act, what?
but
You know,
really though,
get
it
that outta
really
here,
be
you know what I
like
mean?
that, yeah.
It's the truth. And it wasn't easy at first. A lot of crying nights, but hey, here I am.
As the child,
Yeah.
you're like questioning, oh, why don't you support this? Why can't you just let me do this? Why can't I just prove to you? But it really all boils down to the fact that they just care and they want us to be safe. They
Right.
want us to go down this certain path because they know that if we go down this certain practical path, we go to
Right.
college, get this degree, we'll have that safety net. But for
Right.
us, I don't want to say, like, I don't know, do you think it's like an Americanized thing, or do you think that it's just that passion that, you know, no sleep? That's why I call it this series, because you literally cannot sleep when you're thinking about your passion and you
Right.
want to make it so bad. Like, what do you think it is when it comes to that?
I don't think it's an American thing or a foreign thing. I just really think that it's a generational thing, man. Like they're in a
There
whole
you
different
go.
generation than us. Like we live in the cheat code era, which
Yes.
is the internet era. We have all
Entrepreneurial life.
we have all that opportunity, you know, that they didn't have. They had to create the blueprints. Like our idols, you know, like the Martin Lawrences and the Will Smiths and the Chris Rocks, like they had to create the blueprint. They had to walk those 70 blocks up to the Apollo so Eddie Murphy can see him. Talking about Chris Rock,
Right.
They had to do that. They had to put in that work.
Now everything's on social media.
They couldn't just Snapchat. Oh, you over there? I'm about to go Uber. No, you know what I mean, they didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's
we
crazy
have
to think about.
We definitely have a big advantage as far as in this era that we live in. You know. But you still got to show up. You still got to make sure you put the work in. You know, it's like you can't just say, "Oh, I want to be this," and then it's gonna happen.
No,
you know,
you still
hashtag
gotta
the secret.
yeah.
But you still got to put the work in. You know what I mean? So that's. I think I hope I answered your question.
You did,
with
yeah.
that. Okay.
No, I definitely agree with you. I definitely think it was a generation barrier. Because for
Right.
me, my issue with my parents was, oh, you're Americanized. You're not, you know, you don't think like us. But no, it really is a difference in generations. And like for us and for our future children, it's going to be the same situation. I just feel like for us, we'll be more inclined to accept that they want to do something that's against the grain.
Okay.
You know?
I agree. All right.
So that was deep. I
Yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
kind of feel like I vented a little bit in terms of
it was a
that.
great question. Great questions.
So now, you mentioned something about going overseas with acting. Tell us more about that.
Okay. You want the short version?
Whatever you want. Give me a long version. Give me all of it.
No, but pretty much how that started. Summer 2016 was a very, very, very rough summer, but very productive summer. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of adversity. I was probably the brokest financially I've ever been, but I don't like to use the word broke. So my thing is, within all this happening, I was working on a show in New York that Carly Bauer put me on to called Broken City Wall Street. And shout out to Carly Bauer. She actually put me on to the New York market in 2015.
Wow.
But now I'm on Wall Street doing this show, and I'm, it's a show that, it's an everyday thing. When you're rehearsing for like 3 weeks to a month, and then you perform for a month, like 5-6 days a week. So I'm going to the city every single day. I don't live in the city. I don't have a full-time job. I'm working temp agencies. So like I'm literally, what I'm making, the $30, $40, $50 I'm making on a temp job, that's going to the New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even my sister was lending me money, $20 here, $20 there, and I pay it right back to her just so I can get to the city, make those fake bus tickets. Not to incriminate myself, I make those fake bus tickets, mega bus shits.
Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You ever get caught though? You ever get caught with the fake bus tickets?
Not really. I finessed it, but I had to keep going because it's like, how can you really prove it unless you have the system right in front of your face? and it's 11 o'clock at night. Do you really want to do this?
Yo, right.
When you're about to be off of work?
Right.
But anyway, so I'm doing a lot, even running to the train station. You know what I mean? So it's like when all this is going on, I even smashed my finger, and I had like hematoma, right? Where you get the blood clot in your nail and all that. So like, I think Ronnie had it before, and it was terrible. I wouldn't even wish that pain on my worst enemy. So my whole point in saying all of this, I was ready to quit, and I've never quitted anything. I never quit anything in my life, from as in like passion, like football, acting, or anything I devoted myself to. I never quit, not once. So I was ready to hang it up, even to the point where I even missed a rehearsal and lied, said I had food poisoning. Sorry, guys. And something clicked into me. It was this one Cuban woman who was she was co-producing the show, named Isolde Avila, who was with Sign Dance Collective International, based out of the UK. And she was teaching like a movement class beforehand. And when I came the next day, when I missed, she was like, we didn't see you yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, I had a food poisoning,
Good actor right here.
She was like, oh, so you missed yesterday. Oh, so you weren't ready to rehearse. Okay, got you.
Ooh,
but the way she said it, it wasn't rude. Like she didn't cut me off or like be sarcastic. She, okay, you didn't, okay, got you. The way she said it, it was like
disappointment.
It's like you cared, but you were disappointed. Like, damn, man, come on, man. Like, not you. Like, not of all these people, not you. Get it together. But she had to be polite because she doesn't know me. Throughout this whole time, she's talking to me between scenes, like telling me about her production and how they fly people over, how they pay their artists and how they do so many shows. I'm like, word, going in one ear out the other. I have so many problems that I'm dealing with. So, I was listening though. And I retained the information. I was getting and then when the show was done August 1st, it was pretty much my whole summer. And I was drinking and smoking every single day. I'm talking about every day, partying, cookouts, swimming, everything. So now it's like the day after the Pounds of Jollof cookout, and I talked to my mom. I'm like, Mom, damn, I can't go back to no 9 to 5. No part-time, no nothing. I gotta keep doing this. I gotta stay on this path. I gotta be working with these shows that are going on for 2 months straight. Even though I went through a lot of BS, I was happy at the end of the day. I was happy. No matter what I was going through, I was happy. And then as this is going on, I'm venting, I'm just sitting down like, I don't know what to do next, yo. I don't know what to do next. I'm broke. I don't got nothing. I got a phone call from like North Carolina. And at the time I answered all numbers because you just never know who's calling. I answered the phone. She's like, hey, Lionel, it's Assault. Just like that. That's exactly. If you ever hear her speak, you'll be like, wow. And I'm like, why the hell is this legendary dance teacher calling my phone right now? So I answer. I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, hey, so one of our members dropped from the show that I was telling you about, and we're going to be in San Francisco rehearsing for a week next week, and we're ready to buy your ticket right now. Are you ready?
Wow. Blessing in disguise, like that's fucking
yeah,
wild.
I booked that ticket, but I was on, and a lot more came with it, but she booked that ticket, and then that was it. And then from there, we went to Italy, Austria, Slovenia, Turkey, Mexico. We're going to Mexico this year, I've been in London 4 times, Slovenia twice, Austria 4 times. I didn't even know what Austria was until they said that we were going. You know, so, and this is all without a college degree. You know, so I'm really grateful for them, and that's how that started. Just
It all
not
started with
quitting.
a phone call.
Literally not quitting.
That's so crazy. And imagine if you didn't pick up that phone call because you were like, who the hell from North Carolina? Like, that's wild.
Matter if I quit.
You know, and like, there's so many things I want to ask because you just said so many. You just dropped so many gems just now. But let's talk about the financial aspect of it.
Okay.
You said that you were ready to give up because the commute was crazy. You had to make fake bus tickets and all that. Like, what do you say for people out there that are grinding on their passions and, you know, struggling when it comes to money? Because I go through the same shit. Like, I got to pay for studio time. I got to pay for beats. And on top of that, I still got to create my art.
Right.
So what do you say for people that, you know, are trying to create their passions but are also trying to make money for that?
For their passions.
For their passions, yes.
Okay. Like make money on the side to fund their passions.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, are you like? Do you suggest doing a 9-to-5 that has nothing to do with their passions, just so they have money for that, or do you do like a part-time job?
Well, before I even answer that, I definitely want to shout out my brother. Is throughout all this process, and he lives in New York. And he's let me stay at his apartment, his house multiple times. You know, like, you know, if I had to be there, I'll be there 3 days in a row at his crib, just so I don't have to go back and forth to New York. You know, so I definitely shout people like him out, people like my sister out for helping me out, and my parents, of course. I've always had people that helped me, but at the end of the day, I still had to carry most of the weight. No matter what, you can have your people helping you out, but you got to do most of the work, no matter what. I definitely suggest that, and there's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5. If you're gonna work a 9-to-5, at least make sure you're happy doing it. You know what I mean? If you're not happy, okay, it's temporary, but you have to see the bigger picture. All right, can I work this job for 6 months and I can save X, Y, and Z so I can buy this, I don't know, or I can go to the Black Arts Festival in Miami just so I can have that big audition? Do you have a plan with it, or are you just making money just to okay, I'm having money, you know, and like I'm using some of it towards my career? Nah, you got to be all in. I prefer people if you can work a nice part-time job. Like nice. I'm different because I pay bills at my house, but I still live at home. You know what I mean? But I don't have major bills like a mortgage or water. So I understand that aspect. Like, people have priorities. There's a lot of actors I know in the city who are working, and I'm talking about like really grinding
2
on their
3
acting.
jobs.
I mean, working as far as like they're on the screen. You know what I mean? They're constantly on set, but they got to worry about $700-800 rent at the end of the month. You know what I mean? So it's like things like bartending is good. Like, anything that's fast money, anything that's quick. If the best bet is to find a job that's within your craft, that's close to your craft, that you can be like, okay, all right, you know, I can work this out, you know what I mean, through my craft, you know, and then find the network within it to be able to be on top at the end, you know. But I definitely don't suggest people do things that are not making them happy unless they have a plan that goes with it. It's not easy, especially in what I'm doing, man. Any type of art, man, it's hard. It's hard. But if it was easy, anybody can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
There wouldn't be a Kerry Washington. There wouldn't be no Viola Davis. Just like Denzel said, there wouldn't be none of those people if it was easy, you know. And I've been in this shit 11 years, and it's like I don't regret anything. I don't take anything back. Everything that happened was supposed to happen. He said if you get on too soon, you leave too soon. You know, you got to put that work in. I definitely suggest people to save and make money however you can. You know, if you got shit at the crib, go on offer up and sell these shits online on Facebook. Get some quick money. You know what I mean? So you can go and do what you need to do specifically for your craft. You know what I mean? Like, not just say, okay, what's next? Nah, save, stack up. You know, but nothing's wrong with a 9-to-5 unless you have a plan.
See, I got a 9-to-5, but I got a 6-to-3, so that's always a struggle for me. Cause like,
funny,
bro,
I got a 6-to-3.
like, yo, like that shit changes a lot because if you're going to sleep at midnight and you're getting up at 9, or you got to work at 9, you still get like at least 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
If I go to sleep at midnight and I gotta be at work at 6, I got 4 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? Like that shit for me, my biggest struggle is like, I'm so tired after work. I work 40 plus hours. I think I work like 40 or 45 hours a week, full-time job, and I'm fucking tired, bro. Like I feel like that's why I'm like not really in a rut, but I kind of am in that like I'm not as focused as I want to be in terms of writing music right now because
Okay.
I just want to sleep.
Right. I feel
You know, but then there's always that, like, if you want it bad enough, you would do it. You get your ass up and you would do it. So,
It's
like,
true.
what would you say, like, what kind of advice would you give me for someone like that where it's like, I'm so tired, I'm sleep deprived, my job is stressing me out, I got fucking bills out the ass, but I have this passion and I can't really afford to just sleep it off. Like, what advice would you give for me?
My advice to we can refer back to what Gary Vee is saying. It's not really about how long you sleep. It's about what you do when you wake, when you're up, when you're awake. What do you do when you're awake? You know, obviously, you know, not to put your business out like that, but I know you have a lot of priorities. You know what I mean? You have a lot of priorities to take care of for yourself. You know, so it's like your grind is different than somebody else that, you know, is 20 years old or, you know, 21 years old coming out of college trying to figure out, all right, you know, and they still under mom's, you know,
Exactly.
keychain. Nah, you know, so you have major priorities to take care of, you know, and that's first, you know what I mean? But as far as being able to balance that out is really what you do when you're awake, honestly. Like, you say you work from 6 to 3, okay, just use you as an example. Okay, of course you're tired as hell when you come home, but probably not that tired. Are you? When you come home at 3?
Like,
Are you,
I could muster up
like,
some
do you
energy.
go straight to your room and fall asleep?
I usually come home, I try to take a nap. If I don't drink too much coffee, I'll like crash and I'll take a nap and then I'll get up and then I'll get to it. But there are definitely some days where I literally sleep and then I go pick up Ron at the train station at 7 o'clock.
Got you. I mean, hey, listen, it's really up to you as far as like, it sounds cliche, but it's like, how bad do you want it?
Exactly.
And I know you want it. I know you do. And I know people who, in any type of scenario, generally speaking, want it. But it's just like, whenever you're awake, what are you doing? I don't care if you're sleeping 10 hours a day. But are those 2 hours productive as hell?
Right.
Where it's like you just banged out the 5 songs, or you just wrote some crazy shit, or you took an hour master class on YouTube, you know, of an old seminar of Amy Winehouse or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's productive. That's an investment into yourself, like mentally, you know? So it's like, it's not really about the hours you put in my opinion.
Just
it's about
start.
the productivity, really, you know, of what you're doing. Of course, you put in the hours, and obviously somebody like Ron, who, you know, who have to edit a video, he edits pretty fast, but there's certain things that he has to take like all-nighters. He has to put the hours in. But like I said, everybody's different. Everybody has a different grind, a different adventure, a different marathon. But it's really important to take advantage of the time that you're awake.
I feel like
that's the best thing I can come up with right now.
yeah, and even like 5 minutes is better than nothing at all. Like
Right.
you know, you could just put in 30 minutes of the work. Even like just practicing in the mirror and doing some couple dialogues is better
Yeah.
than just, you know, watching shit on YouTube all day just because you're tired.
Right.
I completely agree with that.
Like when I dropped the behind closed doors, not behind closed doors, the When They See Us monologue with Kyrese, we shot that less than 25 minutes. In 2 takes, we shot it. We set it up and we shot it. And then boom, 200 likes, whatever, forget the likes. But productivity, you know what I'm saying? Then you just dropped it. Granted, it wasn't anything to really edit. I mean, granted, I'm different. I have a different grind. I have a different craft than other people. But it's like, look at that, 25 minutes, boom, now it's online. Now it's a chance that it can get 100,000 views. It's a chance from 25 minutes of work. Not that it's about working for 25 minutes, but what are you doing for that short amount of time? Are you efficient enough? You know, did that answer your question?
Yes.
All right, cool. I know I just
Yo,
run
you're
off
so
and
funny.
I just keep talking.
No, you're good. And when it comes to your monologues, like, does that you just randomly come up with this topic and you start writing it, or how does it come about and how does it transpire?
I've been trying to interact a lot more with my audience. You know, my followers on social media. Like, yo, what do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see some dramatic stuff? Like, do y'all want to see something? You know, what Denzel monologue do y'all like the most, or whatever? I try to interact so they can be involved in some way. But how I usually do, I just get inspired. Like, I've been working on self-inspiration, self-motivation as well. But like the other day, like I was watching Snowfall with Damson Idris, and he had a scene in there where he was pretty much like talking about like how this dude needs to stop selling drugs on his corner, and the way he delivered that line was unmatched. And I'm like, bro, what the hell is this? You know what? headphones, boom,
That's so crazy.
and I start writing like his words. Then I memorize it. Now, whenever I'm ready to shoot it, I just shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how. So whenever I'm ready to shoot it, I'll shoot it. You know, so that's how that comes about as far as the monologue. I get inspired. I'm like, I see like an interview, even interviews from like Quano X. Shout outs to him, and I'll like be like, yo, he broke that down, and I just learned something, and that was educational as well. You know what? Boom, let me write this shit down real quick, and I memorize it. Then I shoot it. So it's really just be watching something, and it's be like, yo, I could act that shit out, you know what I mean? And then that's how that comes about, you know. And I'm in control, you know what I mean? Like it's my words. It's not my words, but it's my actions, you know. And I nobody can tell me not to do it, you know what I mean? So it's just all content, you know. It's simple, you know. You just got to do it.
Do you ever go through dilemmas where you're like super excited to do this monologue, you're super excited to do spoken word, right? We're gonna get into that topic as well. And then it's like whatever you're talking about, whatever you're passionate about in the moment, you're not really getting that feedback from the audience because they expect a certain genre or topic from you.
Right.
Do you ever struggle with that?
Great question. Yes, I have before when I cared about people's opinions, because it's like, damn, it'll be times in the beginning stage, let's say like 2016, as far as like releasing my own work, you know what I mean? As far as like monologue, like even with when we shoot with Ron, as far as any film that we're working on with him, like it's like, yo, we just put days. Y'all wasn't watching us carry this cart down Susquehanna. Was it Susquehanna? Was it the broad street?
Yeah, I don't see the backstory behind it.
Yeah, that's another LM memory, by the way. Besides the point, you know what I mean, the making of Cashing Out. But like people don't see that in the background. Like as far as me and the monologues, I literally woke up, you know what I'm saying, chilling, no job, just talent, and I'm like, okay, I'm constantly on, interacting. I get inspired. You know what? Let me rock out with this real quick. And I'm working on it for like 2 hours straight. And when I mean 2 hours, I'll be writing it, and then I'll be like memorizing it, and then I'll go like watch like a Denzel interview, or like go see something that Michael B. Jordan said, or something that Forrest Whitaker said on Hollywood Access or whatever. So I'm like, all right, that's all a part of the process. And I'm like, word, I think this is ready. You know what I mean? Because like obviously Ron's a busy man, and Kyrie's are busy people, so I can't always like access them to like shoot things for me. So like I have to do it myself. So now I'm setting it up myself, and I'm making it. I'm really putting in time and effort into this piece of content. Now I drop it, and what I'll even do, I still do this, but what I specifically used to do before I dropped the monologue video on Monologue Mondays, I would literally go to every single person down my timeline and like their picture. I don't care what it is. The picture, video, I don't care if it's a meme, I don't care what it is, I'm liking it. And it's not because, granted, you should still watch what you're liking, of course, but still, I just want to put out that energy, like, yo, I'm here. This guy's active. And now I drop something. It's like, oh, let's see what he just did. And then it's good because you tell me it's good. I don't need y'all feedback. I mean, I know I'm okay, but your feedback helps me to give you more quality content. So when I get 100 something likes, forget the likes, but when I get more activity on a picture with 3 girls in the club, or me putting Kim Kardashian's ass online or something like that, for example, I'm just throwing examples out, then me put out a piece of content that's like, damn, you nailed that. 20 people interact with it. It's weird.
It's crazy.
It's weird, but you don't owe me anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe me anything. That's cool, but it's like, then why are we following each other? Why are we interacting if you can't even like interact with passions? So what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are we really doing here? If you can at least interact with Pat, I'm not saying you don't have to do anything for me, but it's like, it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I definitely dealt with that a lot. But at this point, man, I feel like I'm close to mastering this social media game, as far as marketing myself and like interacting with people, and it's coming. I don't get discouraged anymore. I know my worth. I have an extraordinary belief in myself, so it's like there's no way that anybody can ever like, make me feel devalued or devalue my craft in any way, because at the end of the day, man, Find me somebody who's traveled the world in the past 3 years with no college degree.
Right.
Find them so I can work with them. Find them. I want you to. Shout outs to Fred, shout outs to Devin Hall, so I can work with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't care about acting in New Jersey. Let me elaborate. They don't check for it. You know what I mean? Like how they check for music. Like music is obviously that drives the day. You know what I mean? Music is a big piece of a lot of people's lives, whether you're an artist or not. But unless you're on Power or Grey's Anatomy or Scandal or Empire, or you did a movie with Denzel, then they're not checking for no monologue or no like short film. You know what I mean? Unless you're in that type of community. I mean, that's what I personally learned in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's up to me to bring that shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause this is where I'm from, and that's a passion of mine to let y'all know, like, yo, like we out here and we put in the work independently with our own money, our own budget, our own locations, our own supplies, our own equipment, our own actors, our own marketing machine. Decisions got almost 15,000 views with no marketing. With no marketing. So we mean to me you were able to get 15,000 people's attention for 10 minutes?
It's fucking wild.
Just to leave that there for y'all.
Drops mic.
Got me over here sweating this motherfucker saying that shit. But yeah, you know, so that's that when it comes to that. I definitely stop discouraging myself and letting that get to me.
And I feel like a lot of that has to do with what you're telling me in terms of self-motivation.
Right.
You know, it sounds like your growth in terms of your career, your path has to do a lot with fuck what everyone else is thinking, fuck everyone else's opinion. Like, I'm going to still do me. I'm going to drop this and that. And I feel like that's very important because you can't let another person's opinion determine your craft.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm gonna write this whole thing for 20, 30 minutes to an hour. Oh wait, let me not drop it because no one really cares about this. Everyone cares about ass and titties and drugs. Like, nah, like fuck that. Follow your own path. Do what you love. See what transpires when it comes to that. You know.
Absolutely. It's even sometimes as far as like the spoken word, it's kind of bad. But it is what it is. I'll confess it. There's times where, like, because I know myself and I know how competitive I am, and there'll be times where, like, all right, I'll be on YouTube and I like see like a new spoken word video come out, and I'll purposely skip it because I don't want to see anybody perform. Because if I see anybody perform, I know I'm gonna write some shit, and now I gotta tap in. But I can't tap in right now because I gotta do something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, I gotta scroll past it. You know what I mean? And it's bad. I gotta get out of that habit. But that's how competitive I am. You know what I mean? Self-motivating myself is definitely another thing that I not work on, but I just want to improve on. Like, it's not that it's not there. You know, like I can motivate myself obviously if I'm shooting monologue videos, but it's, you know, I shouldn't have to rely on anybody's acceptance or anybody's time. Like, until you own your own time, that's true happiness.
Hey, dropping another gem.
Shout out to Gary Vee.
For real though.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's just get into spoken word a little bit. How did you get into that?
Spoken word pretty much is pretty simple. Just me taking a chance, and I just started writing. You know what I mean? I like rapping too, but like I'm not a rapper at all. But like I can rap. You know what I mean? I can actually rap. Like when songs are on, like I'm spitting the whole verse, and it's like, yo, man, I'm really nice with this shit. And I just wrote something, you know, and I think the first one was when I did the, what's it called? Was it the So Gone challenge? Shorty bad and she educated. So no, it was a call me Ello, smoking with my fellows. All the beer go, sipping like Jello. Ballin' like Carmelo, my friends make you say hello. Put that brown wood between your girl legs like a cello. It's like, but nah. So I was like, yo, I can really do this. And this is something that I can actually be in control of. As far as like, okay, working with a theater play or film, which is great and amazing, for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of rehearsing and then finally performing for that week or two, whatever the case is. Cool. But that's too much time. Opposed to me, all right, I can hit these 3, 4, 5 open mic events this week on my time and then give you what I wrote in my words that I'm in control of. And I love that natural live reaction. Like, I'm a football player. That was my first passion, my first love. And I used to love getting ready before the game with the headphones and, you know, getting prepared for the game. The only time I feel that hype is before I do a live performance. So that's why I do spoken word. And pretty much Brianna Garrison, she had the gray matter, and she gave me the platform August 2015 to really start it up. And ever since then, I've been keeping consistent, and I think I've been getting a lot better with it. I'm dropping an EP soon, and this new show that we're working on overseas, I'm the creative director for the spoken word aspect. So
So you got a full plate, man.
Yeah, 4 years worth of work, it paid off, you know, and it's still going. And it's so much power in words. You can do so much with words, man, from audiobooks to books to freaking videos and features. I always tell Ron, mess around, do a spoken word on Pharrell's track and get nominated for a Grammy. Who's stopping me
You
but
never
me?
know. And
So
it's
that's
crazy. It's crazy to think that if you were to give up a couple years ago, you would not be here right
Right.
now, having all these different doors, opening these different opportunities.
And I'm so humble. I'm so humble by it. I'm so humble. Like, I
Keep
appreciate everyone that was along the way, man. Everyone that helped me. It's self-explanatory. They already know who they are, who've helped me, who put me on, who gave me opportunities to capitalize on the way. And I appreciate those people. And I wouldn't be here without them. But I always drank and executed. Like, they brought me to the water, I drank.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of acting,
Okay.
I'm trying to do a little acting myself, right? Like, let's say just nothing serious. Like,
Okay.
I just want to do a little skits here and there. But I'm a clown, and I cannot keep a straight face. Like, I could probably get into character for maybe like 1 to 2 seconds, and I literally picture my face in the moment, and I just start dying. I'm like, nah, like, I can't. There's no way I look this serious right now. So I want to get into like a quick little acting lesson with you. If you could be my little teacher right quick.
Okay.
Give me some acting tips.
Give you an acting tip, or like you want to do exercise.
Yeah, let's do exercises. Actually, that's better.
Okay, let me think of something very, very that we can do. Damn, so many. It's actually a crazy one, but it's very effective. It's like to like break the ice. It's pretty much like it's like a live performance, but it's kind of, I don't know if it would be appropriate for this space, but when I did the MJJ Academy, shout out to Mark John Jeffries, what he had us do as an icebreaker, he had us pick one of our favorite songs and perform it live. Like, and I mean like perform it live. Like, and I don't know why I chose Mask Off, and I just went berserk, like screaming, like knees to the chest, everything, bugging out. But keep that in mind, but I don't think we can do that here. That's probably too much.
But like, let's say we did do that.
Okay.
How do I keep a straight face and like really get into character and not laugh the whole time because I'm like, oh, I'm singing this song. Like, how do you?
Well, the main thing with acting is really, like I said in another in the 30-second portrait, is that it's important to bring reality to a character and to never judge that character. If your character is goofy, let that character be goofy. If your character is a psychopath, respect them as a psychopath. Like, the little things mean the most in a character, you know, even if it's not even about having a straight face, it's really about the intention behind it. Like, if I'm a criminal, how I will show you that I'm a criminal besides shooting you in the head is like, let's say I was in a store or something like that, and, you know, I'm walking around about to buy something, and then I put like, I don't know, I put like some peanuts in my pocket, and then I got like some other peanuts in my hand, and I'm eating them, and then I go pay for them. Like, little things to show you, like, okay, he's a criminal. Like, this is, but I'm not even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like little things,
yeah.
little thing like that's what makes the audience believe you that much more. Let me give you some tips.
Okay.
All right. It's important to bring reality to any character that you're playing, that you've been asked to play, and to never judge that character. There's magic in improv, in my opinion. When I say magic in improv, anything can happen. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. Let's say the scenario is, okay, you have to react to an immediate family member passing, you know, somebody, you know, like we've all been through it, you know. I'm just giving an example. The regular thing to do is to cry. Oh my God, you know. But there's a term in acting called as ifs that I read in the Stanislavski. I can always say it wrong. The Common Sense for the Actor. That's the name of the book. Make sure you're true or false. Common Sense for Actor. Shout out to Dennis Russo at Raritan Valley Community College. Put me on. So pretty much it's called an as if. Is the emotion that you replace in order to sell the initial emotion. So if I'm going to react to a family member passing, what I would do as if, I would act as if I'm in summer school, my senior year, and the teacher gave me a 66 and didn't pass me. It's the subtle hurt, the internal hurt. So like if you say, Lionel, so-and-so just passed, instead of me just crying, I'll look at you.
See, I can't. God damn.
What did you say to me? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Opposed to just crying. Yeah, you feel me? So like, it's something
I
subtle and
can't.
that was so much
Wow.
more impactful.
You didn't even break. I laughed and you didn't even break. Like that's
see?
wild. That's wild.
As ifs are very, very, very helpful when it comes to improv or when it comes to.
But you don't
to
like
character
that.
breakdown.
That moment you just had. You did not break that as if in your head. Like even when you saw me laughing, you still had this thought in your head, and that's what kept you in
Right.
this acting mindset.
Right,
Holy
right.
shit.
I mean, for the record, I always use that specific example, but that's exactly what I do. In character breakdown, like I instantly think, how else can I react to this? Opposed to being basic reaction, like, okay, damn, she just cheated on me. Opposed to like, damn, my mom just bought my brother McDonald's and not me? What the fuck? Why?
I can't.
You don't
That's
love
so
me?
true though. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the hurt.
But,
you know what I mean? Opposed
like-
to the, yeah.
So, was that easy for you at first when you started doing these as ifs in your head, like when you first started acting, or did you break?
Yeah.
Like, were you always like you would think about it, and for a second you got out of character?
It was easy because I knew, you know why it was easy for me? Thankfully and fortunately, is because I knew the thin line between comedy, between play and seriousness. As far as like, comes back to how I started acting. It was strictly just to make people laugh. Then it turned into spazzing out. Then it turned into venting, which came with vulnerability. I was able to take a step back. Okay, all right, hold up. Let me give you this real quick. I gotta get this message across real quick. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what the message is in the scene. So like, yeah, that's a big thing, man. As if, man, and giving that internal emotion, and internal, and showing people your intentions and everything else that comes with it, opposed to external, which is just what which is just what people see. But let me say that the right way. Obviously, you're gonna give people what they see on screen. You can be thinking a totally different thing in your head, but it's all about what people see. But it's important to be thinking the right thing to get that proper action out.
And it's crazy. It's not just seeing it; it's also feeling. Because I felt that. Like
Right.
like when you gave me that intensity, like I felt that. I was like, what? He really upset that his brother got McDonald's. Like,
Right. You feel me?
So it's,
it's an action that's totally different from the initial action, but it's similar hurt.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Internal hurt.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
talent. That's talent. Well, shout out to you. Thank you for giving me that tip. I
Thank
think we should use that in a little acting game coming up. I know.
Thank you
Let's
so
see if it
much. I
works.
appreciate your time. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ron Diggity. So I got Lani Lux and I got my boy Lionel M Macauley here. We're gonna play this game that I kind of got the idea from Lani Lux, but I was the one responsible for creating the characters. So basically, on this dartboard behind me, there's 4 or 5 different characters or like plots that they have to like act out, and the other one has to figure out what they're trying to be. And if they can't figure it out within 30 seconds, one of them has to take a shot. First person to 3 wins the game.
All right, so we're about to get this game started. Lionel's gonna start it off with his first dart, and let's get it poppin'. Break a leg, Lionel. Thank you. Ooh, that's like right in between.
I'm gonna choose this one just to keep it safe for now. What go on, Queen? Have a seat. Buckle up now.
Oh.
Buckle up now.
Oh,
So who say you want go?
bullet kit.
Who say you want go? Where you want for go? Huh? I'll take you anywhere. You have to go to the destination. I'll take you to point A to point B. So where you want for go? This your address right here?
Yeah.
This your address?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A Jamaican person.
Damn.
So that one was me playing a foreign Uber driver. And unfortunately, Lani Lux couldn't get it in the 30-second time period. So she has to take a shot.
All right, y'all. Scared.
Oh, man. Say it ain't so. Got this.
Oh.
Hey, I got the whole shot. Come on. Let's go. Keep going now.
Blood clot. Mad as hell. I had to take that shot, but now it's my turn. All right. Ooh. Yo, you got. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Tripping out.
Whoa! You got.
You're an addict. Okay, you're Pookie from New Jack City. You're from Menace to Society. You're some.
Oh my God.
You're a fiend.
God.
You're Wanda.
I just need.
Heart.
You got.
Yeah.
So yeah, the answer was paranoid crackhead, and Lionel pretty much described everything that a paranoid crackhead was. So I gotta take another shot, and maybe some acting classes.
Oh yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Please, Lord. Oh,
You saw that, huh?
I see it.
So Lani, I was telling you that I have to make sure I go.
Diarrhea. You got diarrhea. You about to shit yourself. What happened? You pregnant. Pregnant person. You gotta pee. You got diarrhea. You got pregnant person. It's a pregnant person giving birth. Pregnant person giving birth. Period. Someone on their period. Someone just pee themselves. Someone just shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I know I did the birthday, so I kind
That
of off.
I get that.
But like at first I was like, oh.
Yes.
And then on the floor.
And then he saw
Like-
this, and I said, okay, yes.
Y'all obviously seen that was a pregnant woman that's water just broke, and she pretty much got it just as close. So we'll give her that one. She got that.
Yes. All right, y'all. So I'm tipsy as hell. About to throw my second dart now. Lionel's up by 1. We got this. Team Lani, let's go. Fuck.
Hey.
Bullseye. You see what I'm saying? All right.
Let's get right. Oh man. Rhyme down. Let me just.
So my boy Lionel won this, obviously, but we're gonna keep playing, and we got 2 more left. So I'm gonna just pick the one that's still on the board. Kind of nervous. That's not even fair.
Damn, yo, I gotta make this tweet, man.
Guy that wants to have sex. Guy that's playing video games.
Kanye.
Stupid ass Kanye. Taylor Swift. Someone that's Donald Trump. Hey, why can't it just be earlier? Take the shot, Lionel.
It is what it is, man. I'm a man of my word.
You know.
Let's go.
I can't. Can't say the darndest things.
From the beginning, she's.
Now that's what you call. Yo, you're acting tips. You're acting tips,
You brought
bro.
that shit out, yo. Word up. That was good. She really.
I could have sworn Lionel was gonna win this shit. I mean, whole time. Hold on.
Take your time.
All right, I'm so lit right now. All right, and go.
Go, nigga. What the fuck? How you gonna tell yourself to go? This nigga said,
told you to
hey,
go.
guys, I'm recording already. Go.
Like now what?
Fuck.
He's already recording. Sound rolling. It's like, nah, it's all good.
All right, you ready? And 3, 2, 1, action.
I could have sworn Lionel was gonna be the one that's drunk, but looks like I had to take the L because Lionel is the real actor in this shit. Thank you so much for coming out and having this interview with me, man.
Thank you so much, Lonnie Lux, for the opportunity. I'm Lionel M. Macauley, and we checking out No Sleep.